Hey everyone, Eric with Rockin' HTV and the Diecast Lab. Now we're starting lesson, lesson 4 on our diecast, on our Brute Blue Collar build along here in the Diecast Lab. So we're going to let YouTube get its thing together, let some folks know we're alive, and then we'll get fired away here at 7:30 and get to doing some work. We have got some tanks, a visor. I already put on a bumper. I've been working for about 30 minutes here before you guys showed up, just doing a couple of things just so our time is maximized. What I've done all together so far, or what we've done all collectively here, is really not that difficult. This isn't, I mean, if you were a person with a moderate skill set, I'd say this is a good starter project. And we've got D-Man34 says hello and welcome. Good to see you, D-Man. I don't know that you've been here before. We'll see. So, yeah, we got about 4 minutes here to kill, so if you have some questions while we get warmed up, let me know, and then we're going to flip the camera around and get some stuff going on. Hey, Vaughn, how are you doing? Good to see you tonight. Welcome. Chuck is here. Good to see you from Urbana, Illinois. Sweet. All right. Oh, gosh, I'll tell you, the lab is just still hopping. Well, it's going to be hopping for a while. I got about 6 months worth of work to do. And fit that in around a day job. Anyways, what have we got cooking here that we can talk about? We have an emergency project here. Right there you can see that two-tone gold, and this is radiant fire metallic. And then we got some decals on this bad boy. That gets put together tonight and tomorrow, so it can go to its new home on Wednesday. I've got a blue and white truck that needs assembled because it's waiting on me to assemble it, but everything came in last week and took a quick family, well, my wife and I stole away for a wedding up in Cheyenne, Wyoming, so there was no work over the weekend. And then I've got Jason's two trucks over here, a W900 and a T8 that are in assembly. And then I've got a few more pieces to put on, a truck for Schroeder harvesting, and then that one's done, and then I got to put a combine trailer from the wall on it and a couple of other things, and it's ready to go down the road. And then we start a whole new crop of trucks. Oh man, it's going to be fun. Hello, Dennis. Good to see you. So, what's on the menu? Here's what's on the menu. I'm going to make one of these. It's a freightliner classic, and what's different about this truck is it looks like it has a 63-inch Pete stand-up sleeper in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to cut this air breather thingy off, and then there's a line right here that I'm going to follow. So I'm going to cut basically the front of this out and then follow this line right here down, and then fill all that in with body filler. And then what I want to do, I'm going to try this. I bought two of these, one to practice on. I'm going to cut this thing right here along this hood line, or this roof line right here. So I'm going to take this roof cap completely off, and then I want to take about 1/8 of an inch of die cast out of that and lower it. Can I do it? I don't know. But we're going to find out. I've got two to work on. Anyways, that one gets painted this color of orange, whatever color that is. This is N2007. So that's coming. So there's lots to do, and then I've got like 3 T800s for Christmas. Hey, hi Jennifer, how are you? Boy, we got a lady watching. That's a first. Wow. Well, we're all gonna get. Anyway, I've got 3 T800s. A really cool 389. I got at least 2 or 3 389s to do, 3 T800s, I know those. And a couple of cab overs. I haven't done a cab over in a long time, so I'm excited to do a cab over. Yeah, that'll be cool. And it's got some challenging paint, which will be fun too. Matthew's here. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you, Matthew. Boy, there's a lot of crap in the air around here in Dodge City. I don't know about where you live, but it is super awful dry here, and the wind is blowing, and it's harvest, so there's tons of junk and crap in the air from combines and wheat drilling. People are still drilling wheat, so there's a lot of crap in the air, and we need some some rain just to settle everything down. John's here, good to see you. Nathaniel, can you show off your custom, shucks, darn it, cancel. Comments, where you at, comments? Try that. Nope, that ain't working. There we go. Can you show off your all your custom toy tractors? I can. It's going to be a short tour. Dennis Wright says he's going to try to extend the sleeper on the Freightliner Classic. Sweet, that'll be cool. You know, one thing you could do, and I don't know if Freightliners came out this way, but I wonder if you could use a DCP 72-inch Peterbilt sleeper with the window in it. I don't know why you couldn't. You know, that was one thing about this thing. Guys have said, just cut this sleeper clear off and then just put a Peterbilt stand-up in there. And that would probably work, actually. And it'd probably be a lot easier than what I'm about to do, but anyway. What fun is there in that? Okay. Okay. Guys, I think we are ready to rock and roll at 7:31. And for all those of you new, I'm Eric with Rockin' H Farm Toys in the Diecast Lab. And welcome to our final lesson on the blue collar build along. This is Bruce Wilson's truck. And I'm going to explain, I've worked just a little bit ahead. That way we maximize our time together. But I want you to know, I have a lot of people say, Eric, I simply don't have the time. I can't do it. And my thought is, we have done all of this in 4 30-minute lessons. And I have only worked, now granted, I have experience and I'm not afraid to fail. Where some of you guys might be learning and you're just a little timid and shy yet, so it'll take you a little longer. That's okay. But I want you to know, I've only worked about an hour outside of our time together. So basically what you see is what you get. I mean, 4 30-minute lessons has made this so far. Like I said, I really have not worked much outside of our lessons. So what that means is, if you've got 4 30-minute periods plus another 3 30-minute periods, you can build this truck watching TV. All you need is a TV tray, and you can build this whole thing while you're watching TV, except the paint. Paint it outside. Don't muddy up your house with the with your paint fumes. Okay, Nathaniel says that was Bruce Wilson's truck. He sold it. Bruce sold this truck? Well, fair enough. All right. Okay, so let's get to cracking. Do you have Hess trucks? You know, people ask me all the time if I've got specific trucks. I have none. I'm not a dealer. I've been tossing around that idea, you know, to start buying these trucks to resell. The off-the-shelf ones, just any, you know, like you find on eBay. I want to buy those. I can't convince myself to go retail on those yet. So to answer your question directly, yeah, I don't have any. Everything that comes into my shop gets stripped down and made into something else. It's all custom. And everything I work on is sold when I start. So I don't make anything that's not sold when I start. I mean, that's just, I don't make like tons of stuff in advance to go to toy shows. I don't do that either, just because I like to be in the lab. Okay. We're going to answer Dennis's question real quick, and then we're going to get fired up. We're 4 minutes behind. Have you ever cut the top fairing off of an IH 9300 to make it a flat top? No, I haven't, because... Why? No, I haven't. I really hate to do this, because I'm getting sidetracked and I'm chasing something. Hang on. IH W9. Where to go, where to go, where to go? Can't find it. All right. There it is. I have it. Here you go. Dennis, you asked that question. Both the mid-roof like this and the stand-up. Both of these trucks here have this. What I have done so far, what I have done is I've taken this off, and then I sanded it down and put a piece of plastic over it to make a flat top. Both trucks are going to work exactly the same. And it's kind of funny you bring that up because I got to make 2 flat tops. Actually, one, two, 3 of them. Actually, I've got the parts. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna flip around and we will get this rocking and rolling. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what I've done so far. One, I had the airbrush out earlier this week, so I just put some chrome, Molotov chrome on these 3D printed fuel tanks. So those are ready to go. The only difference between these fuel tanks and the blue collar fuel tanks are, I'm probably going to do that black stripe after, I haven't decided when I'm going to do the black stripe. I'm going to do it. Okay, next, you'll notice this one has a bumper on it. This is a Texas bumper I hand fashioned out of aluminum. So I bought this sheet of aluminum. It is $30. I don't recall where I bought it. I have to go through my receipts and figure it out again. I went and searched for aluminum online and found the thinnest stuff I could find, which is, I don't even remember what thickness I bought. I bought it long enough ago, I forgot. Anyways, it's got a plastic covering over the shiny part. Oh, here's the plastic part. So this is polished underneath this plastic. You can see peel off protective coating. Okay, so all I did was, I didn't even measure it. I just handmade this X bumper out of that aluminum. Okay, I measured it 1.5 inches wide. I bent in the ends on both ends and then glued it on. And then I used a piece of scrap plastic to make a little spacer to push this out toward the front of the cab. That's all I did. This was totally not rocket science, just handmade it. And why? Because it cost me less than a penny. You know, it cost me no money to do. So if I screwed up, whoop-de-doo, right? Make another one. I made the visor the exact same way. I cut it out of the aluminum, and I did manage to put a little tiny dent in the aluminum, holding it with a tool. So you can see that little dent right there. Whoa, now you can see that dent right there. Right there, you can see that dent. I'm not fretting about that, but so anyways, so I put it in my vise, and then with a file, I just filed a V into it to make this. Now you can go out online and buy visors all day long. They're usually $10, $8 to $10 for a visor, and they're stainless steel and they're beautiful and gorgeous. I just thought, nah, I'm gonna make my own, and I did. It took me about 20 minutes to make my visor. And then I took my X-Acto knife, because aluminum's soft enough, and just cut the angles like the blue collar has on it. Then with my finger right here, I just kind of barely pushed on this to get it to match the roof line right there. Okay? And then that's all I did. That's it. I mean, that's it. Nothing fancy, fellas. That was it. So I'm going to use some super glue. We're going to apply that right now. And I kind of, wow, that was totally sloppy. We can't have that. That was dumb. Sorry, guys. I was a little sloppy with my glue. Wow. Wow. What are we doing there, man? Don't be sloppy. Okay. Now we'll be pretty. Okay. We're not using a lot here. We're just gluing it on just so to set it in place. And now our visor's, actually that's jeepers, huh? Wow, set it on and don't even really have to adjust it. Now that doesn't happen very often. Okay. Okay, now we're just gonna let this chill. All right. And what we're gonna do is find our helping hand. And this way you can also see it. So I'm gonna put our helping hands there. Okay, because the next step, I want this thing up in the air. Okay, next, the blue collar truck has not round headlights. This one came with round. If you remember back in lesson 1, we shaved round headlights clear off. We left this oval there, which doesn't look amazing, but it's there. You could take a piece of scrap plastic if you wanted and maybe square off, or even with a knife, maybe you could scrape this down and gingerly make this more of a rectangle. But well, we don't have that, so I've chosen not to do that. Okay, let's leave it there. And wouldn't you know, by me messing around on here, I've managed to lose one of my headlights. Crap. So I have, well, I had two. I don't know where the other one went. I have two of these square rectangle. They're two headlights. They're rectangles, and these came off of a DCP Kenworth. You don't have to use that. You could use any kind of rectangular plastic. You could use any kind of scrap plastic and basically paint it silver, and guess what? You would have what resembles rectangular square headlights. I'm going to take my silver Sharpie, and on the back side, just going to give this thing a little color, like so. That way, it stands out on the blue. And then we're going to put this in place. So instead of using super glue out of the bottle here, we're going to go ahead and take the super glue right here on the end of my knife. That way we can put just a teensy bit here. Not much. There we go. And wipe the excess off on a towel. And then we are going to hope we find the other one. Because, you know, that's going to be the pits if I lost that. Don't mess it, dude. Stop. Huh. I thought that looked good. Oh well. Alright, so there we have it. Okay, maybe I put that. Okay, I'm just going to look for my other headlight so I can put the other one on. If not, I gotta go to my parts bin and hopefully I've got another one. I don't know that I have another one. Can't believe I knew I should have put those in a bag or someplace really obvious so I wouldn't lose them. But no, had to leave them out where I could lose it for sure. All right, well, anyway. Okay. All right, I'm not seeing it. So that means it's either on the floor or it's lost forever. I'm gonna venture to say that dude's gone for good. Okay, one other thing we're gonna do here, and I wish I would have done this. My problem when I'm doing stuff is I just start working, and then I'm just like work. Instead of preparing, which is what you should do. Look at what I found. Oh, I found some handy dandy freightliner emblems that I had made long ago. So we're going to put us a freightliner emblem kind of up where it should go. Now, that other headlight, like I mentioned, I have more. I think I have more. Because I have some other parts hoods. And hopefully I have enough for my upcoming builds and then to spare another one for this project. Okay, so I'm going to put my water slide. You can't hardly see that, can you? Well, we need to get you into the light. All right. So what I have is, I always keep a bottle of water in the shop for water slide decals. So this is just a matter of fact, I think it was empty. I found it in our recycling bin, and I thought, you know, that'll hold water for water slide decals when I'm ready for them. So I've got that decal just floating there. And if you're just joining us, don't fret. I'll find another headlight. Believe me. Okay, let's see if that was in long enough. Nope. Okay, while our water slide decal is getting all happy in the water, we're going to go ahead and get some fenders ready to roll. So I went to my parts bin and I found some broken fenders, and I thought, well, I'm going to drill just a tiny hole and then use styrene rod to salvage some fenders. I'm keeping this kind of a low budget project, you know. I got $50 in the cab. Well, I mean, any of you doing this, unless you've already got a frame, you're going to have $50 in the cab. And then you're going to have 25 plus shipping, depending on how you buy your frame. And that'll be off eBay, because that's about the only place you can find frames unless you buy trucks for the frames. Then you're going to have $10 in a headache rack, probably, plus shipping. You'll have, depending on where you buy your paint, let's just say $10 in paint. And then any other accessories you want to put on that thing to make it look like the blue collar. Okay. All right, so we've kind of got some basic pins here. We salvaged these quarter fenders, just like the real one. Okay, let's see if that slides. Does it slide? Come on, you. Yep, it slides. Okay. Let's put us a little freightliner emblem right there and make it all happy. Okay, I'm going to get the water out of the road. And we'll just center this. Right there. Yay for freightliner! Woohoo! Okay, I'm going to keep a tub of toothpicks out here. Toothpicks. Q-tips, too. For this purpose right here. Dampen away the water, and off we go. Now I'm going to get some of my microsol. You don't have to have this. There's a couple things you can do for this process I'm about to show you. Microsol makes these things super sticky because over time these bad boys dry out, they'll curl up and fall off if you don't treat them with something. Microsol is one product you can use. I tell a lot of people, especially people that, hey Eric, I'm going to DIY a truck for my husband. Can you just coach me through it? And I'm like, of course. And here, when you get your decals going, I said, well, tell them, apply your decals and then get some clear fingernail polish and, you know, with a light touch and a really light coat, put some clear fingernail polish over those and then they'll never come off. Okay. All right, so we've got that on. We need to put some fuel tanks on here, quarter fenders. I got a drive line in. We got exhaust. We got everything else, I think. We got a couple of hand grabs here we need to put on. I've already put on 2. I'm going to show you how we do that. So I have 2 more on this side to put on. Technically, if we were being super duper honest about this, we would make an extra step to salvage the one I broke. Blue collar has this step and then another one right below it, but this particular plastic, as I've mentioned before, is very, very brittle, and I managed to break those before we hardly even got started, which was grr, kind of drives you nuts, but that's the way it goes. Hand grabs. This is a universal product for anything you're going to do next. These are just straight pins. That's all I got right here, okay? I buy $1 worth of straight pins for hand grabs. Okay? Well, what if I ruined one, Eric? You bought 500 straight pins for $1. Why do you care if you ruin one? Don't fret. So, right away, I bend one end at 90 degrees. Okay? Then I go ahead and take, oops, let's move this where you can see. Then I go ahead and I take one end and put it in the hole, and then I kind of grab that straight pin below, right below the other hole, and make a 90 degree. Oh, that's not 90. No, it is. Okay. Now we're going to go over here and we're going to cut that end off. And we're just going to dry fit and see how we did. Oh my gosh, did I almost get that on the first try? Woo! Okay. It doesn't quite fit. So we're not going to throw this away yet because we are super close to having this right. So if you don't bend it quite right, you can take one end, bend it in just a little more. Okay? So now we've bent it over 90. See how that's not 90 anymore? There. Now you can see how, whoa, all right. See how that's not 90 anymore? It's bent in just a little bit. Oops, we were working on this one. And now it fits. Perfect. Okay. We're going to put a little splash of juice on that. And don't forget, this is MaxiCure Ultra Thick. You can buy it about $10 anywhere online and Amazon. And I just happen to sell this in my store because I love it. It's a good product. I also sell its kissing cousin Instaset, which you will commonly see me use in a syringe. Okay, now we're ready to do the next one. Ready to do it. Whoop. There we go. Got us a 90 there. And again, these aren't the exact size of Diecast Promotions hand grabs, but if you lose one, guess what? They're so small you're not probably going to notice the difference in the size. I'm just saying. Don't get in a big upset mad because you lost a hand grab off of one of your trucks. Just make one. Heck, you probably have these around the house. Or go buy a new shirt and take them out of a new shirt. Okay. Okay, you're going to dry fit again. Oh, wait a minute. What the heck? Did we do that right 2 times in a row? Nah, surely not. Come on, get in there, you dirty dog. Don't fight me. Well, looks like we have to get throughout. Okay, this is a 132 bit. Sometimes after you drilled your holes, it might fill up with paint. It might not behave right. There's no rule says you can't make them just a wee bit bigger. Get after it. Don't fight it. Life's too short. Okay. Okay. We have a winner. Okay, splash little glue over here. We're not holding back the Hoover Dam. Don't get a big crazy on with the glue. Just put a little on. Ah! Come on, you monkey. Come on, get in your home. Why? That went in before. Now it doesn't want to go in. Okay, I mean, just work it out. Work it out. Don't get crazy. Don't get mad. It's just plastic and metal. Come on, you monkey, get in there. Jeepers. All right. Well, that isn't quite even. That doesn't make me happy. You know, doggone it, sometimes you just want to say, no, I need to be happy about this. I gotta love it, and I don't love it yet. Do I love it yet? Okay, I love that better. I love it more. Okay. Wow, it's kind of standing out there all dumb. Okay, well, let me just push it in a little more. Maybe that helped. Yeah, done. Okay. Okay, we got hand grabs on both sides. Doo-doo-doo-doo. All right, we're making time. We're making progress. We have these silly mud flaps. Let's put these on. Let's go ahead and stick those in. Yeah. Oh man, that's happiness right there. So I went ahead and took my drill bit, drilled a what was this? Is a 3/64 bit I used to drill a hole in the fender here, and then I used the 3/64 to drill a hole through this plastic that was left over in the from the broken one, and then tiny rod to go in there. Boom, 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 and off we go. There we go, baby. Don't worry, I'm going to go back and double check and make sure all this is square and beautiful. But I'm just getting them in because it's kind of, I'm just doing them this way. Why else do we have to? Okay. So, depending on how crazy you want to be about this, you'll see my white pins kind of shining through there. You can cut those shorter than I did. Okay. That's actually not bad. Holy cow. Sometimes your build will come together and you're like, oh my gosh, I must be living right. The devil's leaving me alone today. And then other times you're going to walk in your shop, you're going to say, oh, you know, I'm going to do this. It's going to take 5 minutes. And then 2 hours later, the simplest thing, you're about ready to throw up against the wall and lose your religion in the process. Little confession for you on Sunday, big fella. Yeah, that's just the way this die-cast stuff goes. All right, we're going to put our straight pins up and out of the way so we don't spill them and have the chance to lose our religion. All right. I'm still kind of keeping my eyes open for that stupid headlight. Doggone it. I just hate it when I do stuff like that. That's my fault for not parking that thing in a safe spot. Lesson learned. See, that was a lesson from the lab. That one was free. Okay, the real blue collar has black straps that hold these tanks on. If we're making a replica, we should do it right. All right, we're going to do it right. We're going to go find us a paint pen. There's a couple of ways to do this project here. You can use a black paint pen and freehand it. This is not my preferred way to do it. If you wanted to be pro on this, the pro way would be paint these bastards. Whoa, where was I? Paint these silly men, paint these silly tanks black, and then use a narrow tape over the strap to mask the black and then do curve over the black. That would be the absolute premium way to do it because you're going to get your best results doing it that way. And then, of course, the other way is to do it this way, which, frankly, is not the best way in my opinion, but I guess I'm just should have done this the way I told you. The premium way would be, but we're going to try this freehand. They do stand out a little bit, so if you're steady, you probably get pretty close freehand. Now, let's see, am I even got, yeah, there we go. Now I got you in the shot. And let me see, where's my lid? These lids come in handy for this purpose right here. Sometimes you need just to work a little bit of juice down the paint pen. That's actually not, for me, it's not too bad. Here, I'm going to try and keep you in the camera shot here. And actually, it works really well. Let me see now. Okay. If you can hold your pen at an angle like that, and just one smooth stroke. Look at that, baby. Now you can't see anything because my hands are in the way. Let's see if we can do this again and keep you guys in the loop. Here, there we go. It's a problem with being left-handed. I'm going to put my camera on the other side and you could see. Okay, we need a little more gas. Where's that at? There we go. Hold your breath, fellas. It's 8:01, but see, we started 4 minutes late, right? Because we were jibber-jabbering about important things, you know. So we'll just kind of take this extra time. Okay. All right. So what do I have left to do tonight? I've got to box up one truck that was paid for today. That gets shipped tomorrow. I had some odd thing sell on eBay that gets shipped. And I think I'm going to start assembling a W900 over here. Because that guy is... supposedly he doesn't have long to live, and the buyer of this truck really wants me to get this done. I found out about it like 10 days ago, and it took me that long to get decals in, which arrived over the weekend while I was gone. And I got them put on last night when I got back home. So now all I need to do is shoot that with clear coat and assemble that bad boy and call it a good day. So I really want to get that one done, so I'll probably shoot some clear. Uh-oh, that looks like donkey doo. We can't have that. Wait a minute, what the fritz is going on here? Somebody get into that? I think it was me, I probably touched it. The good fortune is a lot of that's going to be covered up by cab, which will be very good. So hopefully nobody sees it. But what am I saying? I'll see it. No, I won't. This thing will be sitting on my layout, not doing anything. Or if Bruce still owns this, maybe I'll ship it to him. He sounds like he could use it pick-me-up. Let me see, that's going to rock it off. So we want to do it this way. There we go. See what I did there? I let that thing hit the rag so it didn't fire off and get lost or bounce across the floor. Okay, we're going to set you right there, Bubba. And these tanks, by the way, are also for sale in my store. That is a gratuitous plug. I've got, hopefully they're in my store. Hopefully I went ahead and listed them. One guy was saying, hey, Eric, those still aren't in your store. And I'm like, are you kidding me? There's 10 pair, only to find out that, no, I never listed them when they came in from China. Whoops. That's hard to sell stuff when you don't have it on your website. Okay. Now it looks like his tank's right behind these steps. So guess what we're going to do? That's right. We're going to screw them up as we grab them with our freaking pliers is what we're going to do. Okay. And we're going to insta-set those. And we're going to make sure we got, oh, jeepers, Eric, you don't even have them on straight. Wow. That's not right. So, for those of you that don't know about Insta-Set, see how I instantly cured that glue after I pried the tank off? That is the cured glue right there. If you're not a believer in Insta-Set, It will change your religion. I tell you what, angels will sing. Your life will become better. I mean, that argument you had with your wife, it will be non-existent. It will go away. You'll get a raise. Your dog won't bite you. Your cat won't vomit on the floor at night. All from using Instaset. I'm here to tell you, it's life-changing. Okay, we're gonna put this on and we're gonna twist it. Just come on, you. I'm trying not to torque on it too much because my teeth will get into that chrome. And then I'm going to twist you a little bit. Come on, you twist. Ah, there we go. Okay, that one's on. Ta-da. Next. I'm going to just stick this up here quick because we got a weird tank thing. This Peterbilt frame has this plastic air canister or whatever the heck that is. I'm just cutting that off. We'll burn that. There, because it wasn't causing me to be happy. But wait. Yeah. Okay. So I'm kind of eyeballing this one with the tank down here. And as soon as I'm done, I will answer any questions you have regarding this build because this basically winds this thing up. Unless I've missed something, which I'm sure you guys will point out if you would be so kind, and do be kind. There's enough negativity in the world. Okay. Come here. No, don't do it that way. There. Whoa, stop, Eric. Don't move it again. But no, I gotta move it again because there, I'm happy. Whew. Okay. Need to set that baby. A couple of drops of that juice and that dude ain't coming off again. Or at least until I get mad and break it off. It could be that one. Wow. That looks really dumb. Anyway. And then we got these silly airlines. We can do something with those. Those look kind of ridiculous, just hanging out there all weird. Can we park those someplace happy? Okay. Now that's happy. That'll work. All right, my friends. Now, unless you tell me I've missed something, I think that these tanks are actually a bit far back compared to the real one. But it was nice to have this bigger surface to glue to, which isn't necessary, but does make it a little easier, not gonna lie. Come back in here with a chrome pin, and we're just gonna do that because it's already late. You guys are here. We all love each other. Let's just do this. Okay. And then I'm gonna answer your questions. I don't know why, but this stupid lid is just full of crap, and then it doesn't want to feed. This is a Molotov Chrome, and by the way, if this stuff gets cold, or at least on mine, if it gets cool, it does not flow through this thing at all. It's a pain in the butt. And I find it works really well if you just warm it up a little bit. Like stick it in your back pocket or... Ah, there we go. And then sometimes if you loosen this up and get some air in there, oh, see, look at that. There it is. It just, wow, it's coming out everywhere. Oh my gosh. Look at it. Boy, you kind of hate to see those big drips come out of there. This stuff is not cheap. In the scheme of things, I mean, it's worth every penny when you buy one, but it's kind of spendy. Okay. What else do we need to do? I think that's a window. I'm not really sure what that is. We're going to put it chrome. Why not? We like chrome. Chrome is cool. What is nice is those little squares are raised on this. That makes it kind of handy. And I'll try and keep my thumb and finger out of the road for you. Okay, we need a little more chrome on there. Let's get you chromed up, baby. Now, for those of you wanting to make a true blue collar, one thing you could do, and I think there was some artwork someplace I saw on Instagram or something like that, where he'd actually made a logo or something for the blue collar. You could actually, because this is blue and the logo was going to be black, you could print a black logo at home on water slide decal paper and apply it, and it would look, and the decal would show up on the blue. It would not happen with, let's say if this was a black cab and you wanted to print white, your white would not show up on black, but black will show up on blue. Okay, we have gone on long enough. What we'll do is we'll take a little tour of the truck here. There we go. I think we're pretty well done with this, unless you guys see something else that needs finished. No cab lights. Ah, cab lights. Drat. Guess what, Chuck? We have cab lights. Since we're still here and we're all together, and you know it's only 46 minutes in, we can do cab lights. There are cab lights at shapeways.com. You can do the bullet, whatever they call these, the round ones, round pointy ones. There's those. And there's also, okay, I don't have the other ones. They're in the mail. Actually, here's one right here. There are these squarish ones. You can see that. And then the round ones. If you have an airbrush, these chrome up so pretty. I'm telling you, next time you have your airbrush out and you small a toe, just go ahead and shoot all these chrome right away, and they do paint so well. They're just gorgeous. Cab lights. Let me see if I got enough. I don't even remember how many he had on his. I want to guess he had probably at least 5. I got 4 on this. And looks like I got one more laying there in the tray. Perfect. Okay. So we will go ahead. We'll just do this quick. These will, if you don't have a drinking problem, you probably will after using these little lights. Not gonna lie, they're a wonderful product. They have a lot of detail, nice touch, pain in the butt to put on. That's it. There, I said it. Okay, so if you can, this will serve you well on these little bad boy lights, and I've used a lot of them now. The backside, if you roll this over where it was attached to that tree, okay, I don't know if you can see this. You can kind of see it right here at the end of that knife. See that light gray part? That's where that was attached to the tree. If you can cut that as super close as you can, that will save you a lot of tears. Because I know what will happen. Your wife was Eric. My husband's in the basement. He's in his laboratory crying. And I said, he didn't cut the lights clean enough, did he? Well, he keeps talking about lights, all those darn lights. Yep, that's the problem, all right. Didn't cut them close enough. Did pretty well on those. I'm pretty pleased with that. That's going to be all right. We are going to use a little different kind of glue this time. I'm going to use this Formula 560 canopy glue. It's going to dry clear, and does give me a little bit more time. Well, hello, that's a big drip. Wow, that was crazy. That was unintended. Luckily, it's on my rag. So what we're going to do here then, we're going to make good use of this drip. And then we're not going to grab this. Do not grab this too tight. Have a ginger touch if you can, because if you put too much pressure on this with your tweezers, this thing is going to zing out and then be lost forever. Your shop will eat it. Okay, so I'm using this post right here in front of the cab as the first way to keep these straight. We're going to put one on the outside. Now that you've said cab lights, I do recall seeing cab lights on there. I mean, duh, of course there's cab lights on there. Someone in the lab didn't remember to put them on. So what will happen if you don't get those straight or close enough is that tiny little sprue will stand up, and then your cab lights will not lay flat. Or as flat as they could. Maybe I should say that. It's not a big deal. I mean, it's not like, you know, the cab light police are going to come over there and take all your tools. I think you're just going to like it better down the road. And I will go back in the comments here in a minute, and we'll see how many cab lights I'm supposed to put on. So I like this Formula 560 for these delicate applications like this because, one, it does dry clear like I mentioned a gazillion times. Two, it gives me more time to work with it if I don't like the position I put it in. Okay, so because it's just like Elmer's glue on steroids, you have a little bit of wiggle. Well, you got time. You got time to work with it. And especially now where I'm not going to touch it anymore, except that one. And this one. And yeah, okay, good. Whoa, stop, Eric. Don't do any more. Oh, wait, no. We're going to move that one back. Because it's not parallel to that. It's not. Yeah, they're not even. Now it's even, and we like that. Okay, now I'm done. Okay. I'm going to go through comments, and we're going to answer questions, and we'll take a tour of the truck, and we're back. Okay, here we are. There I am. Look at that. Okay, what we got here is the blue color is now, I think, is pretty much done. We'll go back to comments here. We got the rear fenders on, straight pipes are on, cab lights are on. We got a visor that looks kind of like the one that was on it, a Texas bumper. Got to go back to my parts bin, find a headlight because I lost it. That thing's probably on the floor right below me or stuck in my shoes or something. All right, time for comments. Woohoo! Okay, where are we at? Okay. Does the cab flip up? Logging self. No, it doesn't. Now it could be, and I covered that in one of the videos. I didn't do it myself because I was cheap and didn't want to buy an interior. But you could buy a cab over, a cab over Kenworth frame, or just buy the whole cab over, because then you have everything you need right there, and then the exhaust will probably be close to right, and it will be not attached to the cab like ours is. And then what I bet you could do this. I bet you could take that interior out of that Kenworth and fit it into the cab of the Freightliner, and then stick that back on that Kenworth frame, stretch it out, do whatever you want. I bet you could do that. I bet. Smith Stock Farm says, "Hey Eric, truck's looking great. Thank you much." Hello, Matt Farber. How can I get the rear axles of a DCP? The rear axles off a DCP Volvo? DCP Volvo is going to be like any other truck. What you would do is you can do this. This is the easiest way to get you a tire tool. These are for sale in my store, by the way. Right here. And then, boop, pop them off. That works. Easy money. Yeah, $40. Matter of fact, I need to buy some more. I'm almost out. Oh, what about the mirrors? Ah, shite. Okay, mirrors. No cab lights. Got that done. Mirrors. What about the mirrors? Yeah. Thanks, Matt. Mirrors. Well, luckily for me, I got a gazillion mirrors, and I'll just find some and stick it on there. Probably won't do that now because we're at 8:20 and it's been almost an hour. And I got other work I need to get done. So, yeah, mirrors won't be a big deal. I got a pile of mirrors. I keep mirrors, and I keep keep, because I use a lot of this stuff. Like, you know, for example, this cab is a donor for a project, and the mirrors are busted, so I gotta have mirrors. I bought this for the frame, and now I need the frame. Oh, anyway. Right. So, yeah, there we go. All right. Good. I think that wraps up all our questions and comments. Somebody wanted a tour of my model. If you go back to last week's video, at the end of the video last week, I did that whole thing then. So you can see everything on the back wall and basically everything that I keep. And you know, if it doesn't make me smile, it goes away. You know, it's kind of like these. I painted up 8 and 10 trucks for a silage or for a harvesting crew, and I'm like, oh, I like the red, but I don't like the red. And they didn't make me smile. It's like, time to go. So that's what happens in here. It doesn't make me smile. It's like, ding, see you later. eBay, you go. And usually I'm trying to just break even. I like the Freightliners. $85 for a tractor trailer. I got them listed at $85, and 2 of them are missing parts because they were total dog crap to take apart. Oh my gosh. You talk about infuriating. All I did was break headlights and these little plastic inserts on the hood. And there's no source for those parts. Just because Peterbilt 379.89 and the Kenworth W9 are about the only thing you can find aftermarket parts for. Everything else, you got to buy another truck to get the parts. So since they were for me, I'm like, nah, no headlights. That's the way it's going to be. All right, I think that's it, guys. If you have any comments or questions, I am always happy to answer them. Take a look at the Diecast Lab. Go over there, subscribe. That's the best way you can support my channel. I don't make any revenue on YouTube videos just because you got to have like gazillions of millions of views and a gazillion million subscribers. And I thought, let's not even go there. Let's just try and get everyone in the Diecast Lab. That's the best place to have fun. All right, I will let you go, guys, and thank you for watching. Hopefully you got something out of this. There was a lot of skills you learned if you did the build along. There's a ton of skills you learned doing this that you can apply to a lot of different stuff. So don't be afraid to take what you learn here and use it across other styles of trucks, because we're not curing cancer here. These are plastic and die-cast trucks, guys. This is meant to be fun and give us something to do on the weekends and just play. It's what it's about. And make some memories in the process. So, have a great one. We'll see you later.